take to the water this week on Out and About and discover the joys of taking the helm. Dennis Healy pursues his private passion for photography and the Yorkshire Dales. We go under the waves with an intrepid group of would-be scuba divers. And we're on the right track with Sophie Rayworth's weekly diary of events around the region. So join us for Out and About, 8 o'clock tomorrow.
If you kiss enough frogs, in the end you'll find your prince. Audrey Hepburn.
How do I look?
George Peppard.
Very good.
And the cat. Star in the classic New York fairy tale Breakfast at Tiffany's, Sunday 10:10 on BBC2.
And me.
It's not just plants that make a conservatory exciting. Homefront has the ideas in half an hour. Now on BBC2, Activate the Brain.
University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, and welcome to the last quarter-final match. We've already seen Charing Cross and Westminster Medical School qualify for the second semi-final. Tonight, we'll find out who'll be playing them. First tonight, Exeter College Oxford, who lost to Corpus Christi in the first round, but qualified as one of the highest-scoring losers. In the second round, they beat St Catherine's College, Cambridge, with an excellent score of 255. Let's meet them again.
Hello, I'm Luke Bartlett from Whitby in Essex, and I'm reading chemistry.
Hi, I'm Rachel McCabe from Antrim Town in County Antrim, and I'm reading English.
And their captain?
Hello, I'm Stuart Smith from Hereford, and I'm reading medicine.
Hello, I'm James Howarth. I'm from Coventry, and I'm reading English.
Now, their opponents tonight are the Open University, who, after a record-breaking score of 395 against Swansea in the first round, won their second match with a much narrower margin of 30 points over Corpus Christi, Cambridge. Let's meet them again.
Hello, my name is Martin Highway. I'm from Llandrindod, Wales in Paris, and I'm reading an MA in Education.
Hi, I'm Peter Bissett from Glasgow, studying arts.
And their captain?
Hello, I'm Harriet Courtney from Gloucestershire, studying Earth Sciences.
Hello, I'm Ida Staples from Houghton Huntington, reading Earth Sciences.
Well, now, the usual rules apply. 10 points for a starter, 15 for a bonus. Starters you have to answer on your own, but on bonuses, team members can help one another. If you buzz in on a starter and get it wrong, your team loses 5 points, and I offer the whole thing to the opposition. Good luck to both teams. Fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. October 1996 saw the rededication of a Methodist chapel relocated from
Exeter Haworth.
Well, it was Margaret Thatcher's old church, and it was from Grantham.
Yes, it was Margaret Thatcher's old church. OK, Exeter, you get the bonuses then. They're on political doctrines. Which American president's doctrine of 1823 stated that any attempt by a European power to oppress or control any nation in the Western Hemisphere would be viewed as a hostile act against the US?
It's the Monroe Doctrine.
That's correct. Which doctrine of January the 5th, 1957 was a US foreign policy pronouncement intended to check the spread of Soviet influence in the Middle East?
Oh, so the domino containment thing.
I don't know.
I think it's containment.
Containment.
No, it was the Eisenhower Doctrine. What name was given to the policy under which the Soviet Union reserved the right to intervene with its Warsaw Pact allies in the internal affairs of satellite states, an example of which was the crushing of the Prague Spring of 1968?
Glasnost.
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
Oh, we don't know, sorry.
That was the Brezhnev Doctrine. Another starter question now for 10 points. The League of Nations, while impotent in the face of German and Italian aggression in the 1930s, expelled a member state in 1939 after its invasion of a neighbouring country.
Exeter Smith.
Japan.
No, you lose 5 points. Which state was expelled?
Open Highway.
Germany.
No, it was the Soviet Union, expelled in December 1939. The invasion of Finland had just begun. Right, here's another starter question. Which single word referred to in Article 3B of the 1991 Maastricht Treaty suggests the affirmation that whenever feasible, decisions should be taken...
Exeter Howarth.
Subsidiarity.
That's right, it should be taken as low down as possible. You get 3 questions on Swiss psychologists, Exeter. The Swiss psychologist Eugen Bleuler is probably best remembered for the introduction of which term for the mental disorder formerly known as dementia praecox?
Schizophrenia?
Correct. Which psychologist, who closely collaborated with Freud from 1907 to 12, proposed and developed the concepts of introverted and extroverted personality archetypes and the collective unconscious?
Jung.
That's correct. Which psychologist, who was born in Neuchâtel in 1896 and who studied with Bleuler and Jung, was the first to make a systematic study of the acquisition of understanding in children?
Rorschach.
No, it was Jean Piaget. Another starter question. In chemistry, what name is given to the series of saturated hydrocarbons with the general formula CnH2n+2, the first member of the series being methane?
Open highway.
Alkanes.
Alkanes is correct. That takes you off the mark, Open. You get 3 questions on wine. What is the official name given to Spanish sparkling wine made by the Méthode Champenoise?
Cava.
Correct. Which name for German sparkling wine made by the Méthode Champenoise derives from the term sack, famously used by Shakespeare's Falstaff? Come on.
No.
It's Sect. What name is given to the sparkling white wine from the Veneto region of Italy, often sold by the glass in cities such as Venice and Verona?
Asti Spumante.
No, it's Prosecco. Let's take another starter question. Which civil engineer was Secretary of the Crystal Palace from 1852 to 1873?
Open highway.
Paxton.
No, you lose 5 points. And in 1879 started editing his magnum opus, the Dictionary of Music and Musicians, which still bears his name.
Exeter McCabe.
Is it Bard Kingdom Brunel?
No, it certainly wasn't. He's not known for his musical skills. George Grove is the person we were looking for. Right, here's another starter question. Which American term means in aeronautics the area within which a spacecraft is expected to return to Earth, and in economics a broad approximation of a large figure?
Open highway.
Envelope.
No, you lose 5 points. In both cases, the term deriving from a baseball stadium.
Exeter McCabe.
Diamond?
No, it's ballpark. Let's take another starter. Which 4-letter word was used by Jane Austen to describe an odd-looking object and can also mean a piece of banter or to turn to ridicule, but in its more current usage describes a general knowledge contest?
Open highway.
Quiz.
Quiz is right. Here are your bonuses, Open. First recorded in England in the 1490s, which mock title was held by an individual in a great house responsible for the organisation of revelry at Christmas and other holidays throughout the year?
Big pun?
Lord of Misrule.
We'll do it then, yeah.
Lord of Misrule.
Correct. Which lord gave his name to the vegetable pie he promoted during the Second World War in his capacity as Minister for Food?
Walton.
Correct. 4 stands at Lord's Cricket Ground are dedicated to illustrious former cricketers. Name 2 of them.
Compton.
Compton.
And Hutton was in there.
Hutton, yes.
Hutton.
No, it's the other... I can't give you the points because the other 3 are the Warner, Edrich and Allen stands. Hutton hasn't got a stand there as far as I'm aware. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your starter picture, you're about to see an outline map of a country. For 10 points, give me not the country, but the city highlighted.
Exeter Smith.
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik is correct. Right, for your bonuses, you're going to see 3 more outline maps of different countries. For 5 points each, identify the city highlighted on the map. Here's the first.
Oslo.
No, it's Bergen. Here's the second.
Tokyo. Tokyo.
It is Tokyo. Here, finally, is the third.
Oh, that's
Athens. Athens.
That is Athens. 50 against 25, another starter question. For 10 points, which bird belongs to the family Apodidae, which means footless and can spend weeks in the air without coming down?
Open highway.
Albatross.
No, you lose 5 points. Because it is able to catch flying insects for food and can sleep in flight.
Exeter Smith.
Swallow.
No, it's a swift. You're pretty close. That's why I hesitated, but it's technically you've got to give us a swift. OK, another starter question for 10 points. Which French newspaper, founded in 1826, derives its name from a guileful comic character?
Exeter Haworth.
Figaro.
Le Figaro is right. Right, bonuses. The echidnas, or spiny anteaters, and which other animal, native to eastern Australia and southern Australia and Tasmania, comprise the only surviving members of the order Monotremata?
Duck-billed platypus.
Correct. What is the alternative name for the scaly anteater, which means in Malay rolling over, because of its habit of curling into a ball when threatened?
Pangolin.
Correct. Also called the ant bear, which creature's name means in Afrikaans earth pig, referring to its stout pig-like body?
The aardvark.
Very impressive. Well done. Another starter question. Which town in New York State is named after an ancient seaport of...
Exeter Bartlett.
Syracuse.
Syracuse is right. Ancient seaport of Sicily. Here are your bonuses, Exeter. 3 questions on swifts, but not the feathered variety this time. Which book of the Bible belongs to the third canon, known as writings, and contains the words, "The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong"?
Proverbs.
No, it's Ecclesiastes. Jonathan Swift was appointed Dean of which cathedral in 1713?
Was it Christchurch Cathedral? I don't know.
Dublin.
Well, I'll give it to you, because it's Dublin. It's actually called St Patrick's. Graham Swift's 1996 Booker Prize-winning novel Last Orders tells the story of a day's outing from Bermondsey to which Kentish resort to scatter a butcher's ashes at sea?
Power of the revival.